Well, hello, sports fans. It's Larry Eder with RunBlogRun, and this is the epilogue for Socialing the Distance, and we featured Donavan Brazier. You remember Donavan? Donovan's the 2019 world champion at 800 meters. He made his move in that race with less than 300 to go, and he just flew from the competition, breaking the 34-year-old American record, won Johnny Gray, in 1:42:35. As Donavan will suggest in the interview, some people had considered him before that a choke artist. I don't think Donavan did, and I think to be quite honest, he had some really, really good races, and he had some difficult races. Part of it is growing up and going from being a competitive college athlete and high school athlete to being a pro. There's a learning curve there, and Donavan needed that learning curve. He learned from his mistakes. He didn't make any mistakes in Doha. You can't make a mistake when you're winning the world championship. And he ran a fantastic race, and he ran great rounds. And when I saw him last January in the New Balance indoor meet, the big thing to me was a man who had gotten the monkey off his back. No one could call him a choke artist anymore. No one could say, well, he just didn't perform or underperformed. He had delivered on the world's biggest stage in Doha, a place he dearly loves. He loves that meet in Doha. He loves Qatar. And we had a lot of fun. What I found out was that his days are pretty mellow. He works out. He hangs out with friends. He fishes, likes to fish for trout. Had been raised in Michigan and was a big catfish fan, but in Oregon they kind of do this whole trout thing, so he kind of digs that too. But he's found a way to relax, and that's important. He's a world-class athlete. He trains under Peter Julian, a fine coach in Oregon, good guy, methodical, observant. And when I asked Donavan what it is about Peter that makes that relationship special, he said that he's always preparing us. We talked about the differences with racing in the Diamond League one-off events and the World Championship where you have rounds. And there's a fun story in there about meeting Seb Coe and meeting David Rudisha. But all in all, Donavan Brazier is just a good guy. He's someone you'd like to hang out with. Young, I think he's 22 or 23, represented by Mark Wetmore with Global Athletics. We wanted to thank Sandra Nell for putting this together for us. And Donavan for being there, being on time, and a good sense of humor. But I think the key in an interview is, as a journalist, I want to learn something new about the athlete. I want to learn something new about that person. And I've interviewed Donavan several times, and each time I learn a little bit more. And what I see now is a seasoned, confident, world-class athlete who enjoys living in Portland, who's got friends, and is trying, like all of us, to stay safe in the COVID-19 pandemic. This is Larry Eder with RunBlogRun for Socialing the Distance. Thank you again to Donavan Brazier. Thank you again to Sandra Nell, the PR director for Global Athletics. And thanks again to Mark Wetmore, the CEO of Global Athletics. And Donavan, have a good season. I hope to see you race soon. This is Larry Eder signing off. Oh, and thanks again to Mike Deering, who produces this and puts up with all this stuff for me so many days a week. Mikey, love you. Talk to you soon. Thank you.